Good morning, students. Today we'll study about bryophyta, plant kingdom, phylum bryophyta. Bryo means moss, phyta means plant. Bryophyta represents the simplest land plant. They are among the first plant to live on land and in water. This reason they are also called the amphibian of the plant kingdom. They are called amphibian of the plant kingdom because they can live in the soil as well as in the water for sexual reproduction. They occur in damp, humid, and shaded localities. You can see this diagram. They require moist environment for their survival. Body is more differentiated than that of algae. It is a thylus-like and prostrate or erect and attached to the substratum by unicellular for multicellular rhizoid. They lack true root, stem and leaves. Means their body is not divided into root, stems and leaf. They may possess root-like, leaf-like or stem-like structure. Means they possess the root, leaf and stem, but it is like the structure of such. The main plant body is haploid. Haploid means N. It produce gamete, hence is called a gametophyte. You can see this diagram, that is upper, that is capsule, that is seta, that is the example of that plant name is Funaria, that is sporophyta. Now this is gametophyte phyta. Rhizoid, this is rhizoid, this is main axis. The structure is like the root. This is like leaf but not proper leaf. The sex organ in bryophyta are multicellular. Male sex organ antheridium produce bifragillate anthrozoid. Female sex organ archegonium is flask shaped and produce single egg. We can see with this diagram. This is archegonium, that is female gamete. This is anthodiophore. Bryophyta, liverroot example, that is merchantia. Female thallus, male thallus. Rhizoid, rhizoid. Gamma cup, gamma cup. The structure. They move merchantia and move magnified structure. Male gametophyte, and that is argonium egg, that is female. This is sperm. You can see this diagram in more magnified manner and understand this. Anthrozoid are released to water and meet archegonium. Means anthrozoid are released into the water and they meet with an archegonium into the water only for reproduction. Anthozoid fuses with the egg to form zygote. Zygote do not undergo meiosis immediately. They produce a multicellular body called a sporophyte. Sporophyte is not free living but attached to the photosynthetic gamete and derive nourishment from it. Some cells of the sporophyte undergo meiosis to produce haploid spore. This spore germinate to form gametophyte. We can understand this with the help of this life cycle of liverwort. That is, this is the sperm, enthedial head, male gamete, This is thallus, rhizoid. This is female gamete. This is egg and sperm that now they together fuse. Septa spores, spirophyte, spores, rhizoid. This is the life cycle of liverwort. Importance of bryophyta. What is the importance? Some mosses provide food for herbaceous mammals, birds, etc. A species of Sphagnum mosses provide peat. It is used as a fuel. It has water holding capacity, so that used as packing material for transshipment of living material. Few examples you can see in their diagram also. This sphagnum pit. They are ecologically important because of their role in plant succession or bark or bare rock or soil. Mosses along with lichen decompose rock, making the substrate suitable for growth of higher plant. Since mosses form dense mats on the soil, they prevent soil erosion. You can see primary succession, and this is dense mat. This help to prevent soil erosion. Types of bryophytes is divided into two: liverwort and mosses. First, we study about liverwort. They grow usually in moist, shady habitats such as banks of streams, marshy ground, damp soil, bark of trees, and deep in the woods. The plant body is thalloid. Best example is Merchantia. Thallus is dorsiventral and closely appressed to the substrate. The leafy membranes have tiny leaves-like appendage in two rows on the stem-like structure. You can understand this with the help of this diagram. They are all formed on the stem of the plant. Reproduction. They show asexual reproduction by fragmentation of thalli or by formation of gamni, singular gamna. Gammi are green multicellular asexual buds that develop into the receptacles, that is gamma cup. Receptacles are also known as gamma cup on the thalli. The gamma are detached from the parent body and germinate to form new individual. You can see the diagram of thallus, gamma cup or gamini. Sexual reproduction. Male and the female sex organ are produced on the same or different thalli. Sporophyte is differentiated into food, seta, and capsule. After meiosis, spores are produced within the capsule. These spores germinate to form free living gametophyte that already we have explained earlier. Now, Moses. The predominant stage of the life cycle of a mosses is the gametophyte. It consists of two stages. First stage is protonemia stage and second is leafy stage. You can see this diagram. This is protonemia, that is ends in haploid, spores, egg, that is again in sperm that together fuse to form zygote. Protonemia is developed directly from spores. It is a creeping green branched and frequently filamentous stage. Leafy stage is developed from the secondary protonemia as a lateral bud. They consist of upright cylinder axis bearing spirally arranged leaves. They are attached to soil through multicellular and branched rhizoid. This stage bears sex organ. Vegetative reproduction. You can see in this diagram, this rhizoids, thallus, gametophyte plant in the embryo development into the cylinder sporophyte, meristem, foot. Vegetative reproduction by fragmentation and budding in the secondary protonemia. Sexual reproduction, the antheridia and archegonia are produced at the apex of leafy shoot. After fertilization, zygote develops into a sporophyte having a foot, seta, and capsule. The sporophyte in mosses is more elaborate than that in liverwort. The capsule contains spores. Spores are formed after meiosis. Mosses have an elaborate mechanism of spore dispersal. Example of mosses: Funaria, Sphagnum, Polytrichum. With the help of elaborated, you can see this diagram. Thank you for today.